All right. I think we're live. Yep. Pretty sure we're live. If I go over here to the web, looks like we're live. You know it's live because the dog is scratching to go back out again. Yep. There we go. I see the timeline. Is anybody going to come on? Let's see. This will be a test. Bobo, come here. You can be internet famous. We're going to see if anybody comes on. It is just before 2 a.m. here on the east coast of the U.S. Means it's officially Father's Day here. Don't know what that means for folks in other countries. Now that I see lately, I'm getting more views from the UK for some of my Z80 ZX Spectrum content. Is anybody going to show up? That's the question. Right? Let's see. Will anybody show up? What if I tweet? Maybe I'll just do a live tweet and say, oh, I know, I'll share it. I'll share it on the old Discords. Oh, hey, somebody's here. CJ 643, welcome. I'm just gonna post the fact that I'm streaming here on a couple of places. Just so you know, I'm gonna be playing Chase Vault, as you can probably guess by seeing there. I'm gonna post in a couple places here, up on the Discord. Oh, let me get the. I can get the share, right? Boy, we're gonna figure this out, I tell you. So I'm gonna go share this now on the unofficial Commander X16. Let's see. Do a little self promo. We'll see here. I'm going live right now to play Chase Vault. Linky dinky. There we go. All right, so that's up on there. Let's see. Some of our European friends. Let's see the Jan Beta. These folks are generally up early. Doesn't look like anybody's quite awake on there. All right. Let's see. We got my videos. Yeah, doesn't look too good on there, but we'll see if anybody else comes on. Is anybody else to join us? Oh, hey, Felipe. Welcome. All right. Oh, okay. Somebody else on there on the East Coast. All of two folks watching. So, of course, this is Chase Vault. This was the first game that I created for the Commander X16. At least that was like a proper game, other than just sort of a demo to myself. And I'm going to go through it right now. We're going to just play. I don't think I'll play to completion. I'm just going to be on here for a little bit. And if you got any questions about how I developed it, about some of the choices that I made, and maybe some of the other stuff I got going on, feel free to put that right in the chat. And we'll get right to it. Here we go. Level 1. So, of course, gameplay, very reminiscent of Pac-Man. I, of course, created my own little ghosts here, and yeah, so you hit those little talismans. Those are supposed to be voodoo talismans that you pick up, and they will let you turn on the ghosts, and they turn blue. Oh, there's the banana. You want to get the banana. The fruit on every level. Ooh, let me see, I can get it. There we go. So the fruit on every level helps you build up down on the bottom. As you can see, just like on Pac-Man, you have the slate of fruits that you have already acquired. And once you acquire one of each of the kind of fruits, I think I have 6 different fruits, then that will let you go ahead and get an extra life. So when you die, when you get game over, you get replenished with 5 lives instead of 4. All right, so you get the key, and then you've got a choice. In pretty much every level, there's at least like 2 choices that you're going to make. Some levels you only got 1 choice, but generally what you're going to do is, if you're going down, like here, this sort of automatically leads you down to the next level. It's like I pick up the key and I just keep going forward. I'm going to go to level 2. If I come up over here to this guy, I'm actually going to skip ahead to level 9. But for this one, I'm just going to go to 2. So there we go. So now I'm level 2. And you notice it just scrolls from one to the other, because basically this entire 48 level tile map is just one big tile map. I don't have to worry about replenishing everything. I've got enough VRAM to get all 48 levels into VRAM at once. Ouch. So nice smooth scrolling, and I basically, to play the game, everything just gets loaded right up front, and then there's nothing else needs to be loaded off the file system, off the SD card. If you've seen the Tech Select video from Kevin Williams, this is one of the first games he played on the most recent prototype board of the Commander X16. There's still some issues with that, like you couldn't see the bitmap background on there, but oh man. All right, I'll continue. But what you could see on that was the loading screen, because when you're loading from the SD card, it takes a lot longer than the host file system. So if you're just playing on the emulator, it's just like as fast as loading like a cartridge game on an old school system. It just loads right up immediately, even though it is loading up quite a bit of data, right? It's how much data? It's like 170K that it has to load up, and when you're doing that 1 byte at a time through an SPI interface, that takes a while. This is still an 8-bit computer, even though it's a newer, fancier one. Ooh, there we go, by the skin of my teeth. So, yeah, it's still... All right, I'm not going to go through the bottom that time. So yeah, so it's still an 8-bit machine. It's still going to take a long time to be able to load up. That it takes about 90 seconds, maybe more. I don't know, there might be environmental factors for that. It might end up taking a longer or shorter amount of time, but it's an appreciable amount of time, so that's why I have a load screen that goes by instantaneously if you're loading from the host file system on the emulator. All right, so now I'm going to move to the right. Notice I jump from level 2 to level 10. So there's a commensurate increase in difficulty. I control difficulty in Chase Fault by sort of just tweaking the algorithm. I hesitate to even call it AI. This is the most stupid AI. Of course, it's based on the original Pac-Man AI for the ghosts. It's pretty much a recreation of that, just tweaked slightly. And all I pretty much do is I change the timing at which the different ghosts go through different modes. So basically, there's 2 different modes for the ghosts. There is the the just sort of wander around type mode, where they have a specific goal location that they start going to, and then they will switch to this chase mode where the player becomes the goal, and it moves with the player. So that's why they seem to kind of ignore you for a while, and then they start pursuing you for a while. And how often they pursue you and how quickly you go into being pursued is the big factor of difficulty there, along with the timing of the release of each of the ghosts. So you'll notice in the first level, it's a long time before even the third ghost comes out. But when you get towards the end levels, like all 4 ghosts come out right at once. Matt Myers has a question. Is the team hoping to have the commander out by next year sometime or sooner? I don't know. I know there is going to be a beta release of the hardware that is going to go out before the official hardware comes out on the market. There's going to be some sort of crowdsourcing that happens, and not necessarily Kickstarter. I believe it's actually going to be through the CommanderX16.com site, and that's what you're gonna see. SCJ is from Retro Game Mechanics Explained. Yes, that's right. That's I believe where I got the algorithm. It was from a blog post. I think you'll probably see the same thing there. But yeah, anyway, the Commander X16, it will come out probably. I have no clear idea, but the beta will hopefully happen this year. But there's going to have to be that whole crowdsourcing thing where they need to be able to, it's not a big enough operation to have like just-in-time manufacturing and delivery. So these are custom keyboards that are happening. This is a special order case. There's all the PCBs from PCBWay. They all gotta be ordered and done in larger quantities, so they're going to need to raise some money before they do that. They're only going to do a small little rollout for the beta and do the crowdsourcing, and so I think a lot of it depends on how quickly that crowdsourcing goes. If it's anything like the ZX Spectrum Next, where the Kickstarters were like incredibly successful and they like sold out before they even made the first one, I think that'd be great. But we'll see. All right, so here I am in level 10, and since I came in from the left, what I can do is, now that I've got the key, of course, generally the keys only become available once you get all the little pellets picked up. But now, since I kind of skipped ahead, I can actually go back to 9 would be up above, 11 would be down below, or 18 would be the side. I'm going to go over to 18. And we'll see here. We're just playing dangerously. We're going to see. I'm taking a path that I know can lead to a quicker path to the final level. I will freely admit I am not terribly good at this game. I'm not really good at gaming in general. I don't play a lot of games. I get a lot of more enjoyment out of making games than playing games. Oh, Lee Neo, hi from the UK. Hi indeed. So good morning to you. It's a late night here for us folks in the US. I don't know, is it Father's Day today in the UK like it is in the US? I have no idea. You can educate me on that. All right, I'm going to keep going, jumping up another 8 levels, level 26. So things really start getting hard once I get up here. And, I'm like, I'm past the halfway point. Yes, both sides of the pond. All right. Thanks, Lee. Thanks for letting me know that. All right. Another 4. You'll also notice, I shouldn't have done that. You'll also notice by only going down and to the right so far, not backtracking, I am collecting fruits in the normal order. I'm not skipping any, and I'm managing to get all the fruits so far. Oh, see, there's the star fruit. The carambola. Oh. Okay. Hey, there we go. All right, I got him. Oh. There, I lucked out. Let's see. Let me get this guy. All right. Whew. There we go. All right, notice there, this is a level that has 2 keys in it. So I'll pick up both of these because there are levels where you want to have more than one. Like this one. There we go. I get right into there. Get that bomb with that extra key that I have in my pocket. It's nice that you're streaming and been following your channel for a few months now. Well, thanks, Lee. Thanks for your support. I've definitely noticed that my number of British viewers has gone way up since I started doing the ZX Spectrum content. I've been having a lot of fun doing that. This is like I've said before in my videos, I've never actually touched a real ZX Spectrum before. I had never even had any idea that it existed, or even that that Timex Sinclair, like the 2068 or any others, even existed either. They were not. Oh, you see, I got that Starfruit carambola is coming up. I don't need to worry about getting that. It's not going to benefit me at all to get that. Now you notice here it also says complete because it's not requiring me to go into this little extra chamber. So that's kind of a nice thing, right? That I don't have to worry about doing that. But the chamber's there in case I needed an extra talisman to buy me some time on the level. But I'm not going to waste my key on that. If I wasted my key on this, I would actually make it impossible to finish the game. So definitely things to consider while you're going through there. All right. Ooh, yeah, like this one. I have to beat this level without an extra key. It's hard, but it's possible. There we go. Lee says, yes, the 6502 was the big platform over there in standard. Yeah, so definitely, because when you're talking about like the big 8-bit computers in the US, the Z80 was really only used for business class machines like the K-Pro and the Osborne. And when you're actually looking at Z80 based computers, like home computers, they were all failures here. Like the Sinclair 2068, didn't even know it existed. A huge failure. Ones I did know existed, like the Coleco Adam and the Mattel Aquarius, were notorious failures from companies that had success in the console arena. So yeah, 6502, huge success with Apple, Commodore, Atari, Nintendo. Yes, the 80 used on the TI-83. So yeah, that was kind of a weird renaissance for the Z80. It's an American-made processor. The TI-83 probably ended up being the vehicle. Even the TI-81 has it, and a bunch of the TI calculators. Some TI calculators are actually ARM-based, but most of them, the most popular ones, are Z80-based, and to this day. And so a lot of folks got into, in the US, got into Z80 programming, not through a traditional computer or even a game console, but through the TI, especially the TI-83, which I believe it even has a means of being able to enter machine code or even assembly code into it. So I haven't tried that. The TI-89 Titanium, does that have a Z80 in it as well? And overpriced, definitely overpriced, like way overpriced. They are dead simple machines with super basic displays. There's no way that costs anywhere near $100 for them to get out there. Yes, it's still overpriced there too. Yeah, everywhere. It's a real racket, and TI's managed to corner it. I was always in the HP camp of calculators. I still have my HP 48G from the 90s, and that one has done me very well. That display's kind of crapping out now, but oh man, but yeah, it's still doing well. It still works great. I actually have an emulation of it on my phone. I use that quite a bit. Oof, there we go. Oh, Edmund Chow, hey, how you doing? Another Commander X16 developer and content creator. Thanks for coming to the stream. Whew, that was tight. TI has a lot more going on than the calculator line. If you guys like sort of business-oriented things on YouTube, there's a channel. I mean, it's a pretty popular channel. Probably no news to you, called Company Man. I believe he has. Oh, I got the golden apple. All right, but I'm still missing the cherries. I'd have to sort of backtrack for the cherries. Yeah. So yeah, TI is a huge company. They have all sorts of things going on. They have defense contracting going on. Oof. They've got their chips in like every imaginable thing. I mean, TI is mainly, it's a big fab and a big chip design firm. But it's kind of interesting that they didn't use. TI also makes microprocessors. They had their own custom processor in the TI 994A, which was actually a 16-bit processor back in the 8-bit era. But they didn't use their own processor for their calculators. They went with either Zilog or ARM, although I believe the ARM-based ones are a TI ASIC with a licensed ARM core in it. They didn't go through somebody else, but I could be wrong on that. I'm just completely talking off the top of my head. Motorola 68000. What's got the Motorola 68000? Is that another TI calculator? The titanium? Yeah, Felipe, you got it right there. Those sensors, I still have a few of those sensors. I've got analog to digital converters from TI sitting in my little pile of parts, and they make a lot of stuff like that. In fact, they even made sound chips. It's not just traditional music companies like Yamaha making these sound chips. TI makes all sorts of sound chips. Of course, they made the Speak and Spell. But people kind of think about their consumer items, their consumer OEM items, as being the totality of the company. But there's so much more going on. But yeah, I think check out Company Man. I'm pretty sure he has a bigger than you know video on TI. Martin Steed, morning. At least it is here. Hey, yes, this is my face, Martin Steed. Thank you for joining my stream. Boy, this is a tough level. We're gonna see if I can get through this level and still like talk. I don't want to get too quiet on the stream. This could get a little difficult, but yeah. Oh crap! What's the music playing in the background, Ed? Well, this is a music of my own composition. This is the Chase Vault theme. It was the first musical piece that I wrote for the YM2151. And what I was kind of going for was like a sort of funky horror reggae type thing, because the setting of the game is Barbados. There is an actual allegedly haunted crypt called Chase Vault that the name comes from for the game. And so I wanted to have something that would be like a Barbadian type sound, but like if some local band was playing some menacing music while you were going through this haunted crypt being chased by ghosts. Oh, you got TI 98 titanium for free from a math teacher. That's a good teacher. Yeah. definitely, definitely way overpriced. I'd hate to have to, look for money to buy one of these calculators when you're having a hard enough time putting dinner on the table for your kids, and then the school tells you that you need to buy some $100 calculator that could just easily be done with an app on their phone for free, right? But now you got to buy this very specific calculator that is insanely overpriced. Oof. I don't know if I'm going to make it through this level. Yeah, it does algebra. Yeah, it does. And it does graphing, and nobody does the graphing. Who actually does the graphing on a graphing calculator? It's like the most useless thing. Maybe if you were really curious to what a specific function would look like in a graph, but ultimately, does that really help you? Seeing that graph? Man. What I liked about the HP 48G was it had some really nice features. It was easy to program with a sort of reverse Polish ripple language, and it made it very, very easy to make quick programs to execute formulas and stuff, and it lets you do a lot of matrix stuff. It did, but the algebraic solving, including calculus, it could do a symbolic integration. It was real nice. Ooh, I think I might actually beat the level. Whew, there we go. What is my character's name in this game? Well, funny you should say that. My next video, it's already out for patrons, and I have a membership now on YouTube. If you don't like doing the Patreon thing, you can join my YouTube channel as a member, and you can see my Monday video right now. And that's something I actually put out in the video is what should I name this guy? Because it ends up, once you've been a member of my channel for a while, you can actually have this little guy as an avatar for you, as your badge. When you're commenting on YouTube, and I would see that come up and it would let me know that you're a member. But yeah, he doesn't have a name. Obviously, he looks kind of like Pitfall Harry because he's got a pith helmet, but he isn't a quote-unquote original character. He is an archetype of sort of a Euro-American type explorer in another country, just pillaging some some ancient vault and being punished by the ghosts that live there. But yeah, I have no name for him. So anybody's got any suggestions, I'll take them. CJ got a program in the TID3 they got for free somehow. That's great. That's how I've gotten all of my TA graphing calculators are for free. Just secondhand, is hey, I've got one of these. You want it? Yeah, sure. I'll take it because I just like to collect just stupid calculators, even if I don't use them. HP40G was nice indeed, Felipe, yes. I learned RP on that calculator and still rely on it when using Emacs Calc. Nice. Right. Yeah, I tell you, nothing like an Emacs document that has a built-in calculation capability. Oh, TI-83 and 84 broken now. Oh, that's too bad. It's too bad. Yeah. I know I had a TID3 I was trying to get resurrected, and it's just not turning on now. And looking on YouTube, it looks like what I need to do, because there was just a lot of just schmutz on the contacts, and then the little battery prongs weren't making good contact. And so I tried scraping some of the schmutz off, and I think I just took off even more of the contact. So just tinning those contacts on the PCB with some solder, just a little drop of solder, and that should also, thicken it a bit, so that should also make better contact, and just really brush down those battery springs. and I have a feeling that that will probably bring my TI-83 back to life. So, yeah, the display goes out. Yeah, hopefully I'm still there. All right. Let's move on to the next level here. So, I am... Oh, yeah. Oof, yeah. Another thing that gets harder is the time that the ghosts stay blue after you get the talisman. It gets real short once you get up in the 40s here. It's just a couple seconds, so hitting that talisman is just there to buy you a bit of time. Oh boy. Can I do this? I have legitimately beaten every level in this game at least once. Definitely have not done all of them on one life, because, and this stuff is hard. It's hard. Some folks have tried playing this game and have then complained that it's too hard. Well, I think it's easier than Pac-Man. I mean, go play the original 1981 Pac-Man. That's a tough game, right? Like, if you can get to level like the wig out 256 level, that is an amazing feat if you can do that. Yes, right. It's the Commander X16. So this is the first game that I made for the Commander X16. Of course, it's a retro computer that doesn't exist yet in physical form, but there is an open source emulator that you can run with right now. And so it's sort of an updated version of a Commodore 8-bit machine. It's got a 65 CO2, so I wrote all this game in 65 CO2 assembly, and this was the first game that I the first game that I wrote in 6502 assembly of any persuasion, and I think it came out pretty good. Of course, Commander X16 gives you just so much goodness for an 8-bit machine, having an 8 megahertz 65 CO2 graphics capabilities. This FPGA-based graphics, it's called Vera, and you can do a lot of nice things with sprites and bitmaps and tiles. Like, this is all so I've got a bitmap for the background. Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to get this without dying, am I? Oh, maybe I can. All right. Oh, I think he's gonna ignore me. All right, so that split up those guys. All right. The nice thing is, even though on these later levels, all right. Ooh, can I get up there? That even though you don't get much time, oh man, yeah, even though you don't get much time for having them be vulnerable, you can at least get, oh man, oh, so close. Let's see, let's see what's happening in the chat. I gotta let my heart rate go down a bit. If I recall, there's a Game Boy emulator for the TI Calc, so that would be interesting. Very similar kind of screen there. The unbacklit LCD display. That'd be interesting. Or at least ways to bypass test mode on it. Oh yeah, yeah. It kind of sucks when you give somebody a computer and then you tell them that they can't program on it anymore. It's kind of like the whole right to repair thing. It's like, you give me a computer, I should be able to run whatever software I want on it. If I write it or I buy it, I should be able to run it. If I own it, I should be able to run it. And I know definitely certain companies named after a particular fruit may not agree with that sentiment, but that's also why I tend to not buy anything from said company. So I don't know. I think I'm going to try once more. I came really close to beating this level, and I've been streaming long enough. Definitely 2:30 is coming up. Yeah, I'm going to give it 5 minutes, and I'm going to have to call it a night here. But I figured that coming on at this hour, I'd get all of the my fellow insomniacs in America. Oh, crap. I had not even enough time to do that. And start getting some of the folks waking up bright and early in Europe. And, oof, yeah, oh man. That corner is really tough. Yeah, other thing I tried to modify the difficulty in these levels, especially here towards the end, just making them particularly difficult to navigate. Not impossible. None of these levels are impossible. I have beaten all of them. Ooh, am I going to beat this one? I could. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. CJ has an iPhone and pay them $99 for the privilege to run my own code. Wow. So, like the jailbreaking, they actually you can pay for the privilege. That's great. Yeah. You know, it's almost like the old IBM days where you could actually you'd buy the software from them, but maybe you've got a COBOL compiler and you could sort of make your own programs from it, but mainly all of your software you are just single sourcing from IBM, and generally just hiring them to also write your COBOL code for you, or some other company maybe, but not a fan of that. $99 a year. Oh, not to jailbreak. Oh, just to have the mere privilege for code sign. Oh, okay. Okay, so to go through that whole concept, the whole the whole process of having a signed application. Boy, that's crazy. Yeah. It's why I go with inexpensive Android phones. I'm rocking Google Pixel 3a. Just paid off. Did the 2-year, free financing on that. Oh, I'm gonna die. And you can publish your own apps too. Well, that would be nice. So you're paying to play in that whole ecosystem. All right, I'll come back for that later. Yeah, it's tough, but I mean, if it was the old days and you'd be having a Salesforce out there putting your software into stores, going to Electronics Boutique and Babbage's and Kmart and whatnot, and getting your software sold there. So yeah, there was definitely a cost to doing that too. It was definitely a lot more than I went too fast. Definitely a lot more than $99 a year to have that. Another nice thing is that until you hit the first pellet, those two guys in the middle aren't going to come out. Okay, I get 2 keys to double up on. So that's That's a little hack you can do, is to try to position yourself to where you want to be when you hit that first pellet, and let those guys come out. Salesperson see the arm. Yeah, I know. Don't you hate it when companies take over common names and you can't say it anymore? Yeah. S20F, yeah, I got for free with T-Mobile. Nice. Yeah, those old Nokia phones. It was definitely a simpler time. You could play Snake all you want. It's great. All right, let's see. It's almost 2:30. Now this is a tough one. All right. So I gotta avoid the fire to get up to where I can get to the bomb. There we go. Whew. If I get this close, I may actually want to finish beating the game. All right, so this is a tough one. I don't have an extra keys, so I'm trapped down there. If you sort of play through the game, you can acquire a stockpile of keys, and then you, like this one down at the middle, that's a nice escape hatch. So another good reason to maybe not try to get through the game as fast as you can. Just take your time, get through it, and build up a stockpile of keys to make it easier for you down the road. All right, so this I'm going to say this is going to be a go, no go. Either I beat this level on the first try, or I just quit when it's game over. Oh, which may be coming real soon. Yeah, it's 2:30 now. Do have to do the whole Father's Day thing in the morning. Hang out with my dad and my father-in-law. Okay. Got that. Oh, crap. All right. Speedrunners challenge accepted. So yeah, all right. So that's it. I'm not going to go through. This was the third to last level. So once you get through this, you have to go through 47 and then 48. All three of them are super tough. So if you want to play this game, check out my GitHub. I'll put the link in right here. In fact, let me bring up my I'm going to bring up the link here for the repo. What you get on the repo is going to be. Oh, thanks, Matt. Thanks, Matt, for joining. So there's the link. That's the repo. But if you're going to the Commander X16 website, you can play it right on the web-based emulator, and it works there. And yeah, see how far you get. Let me know, right? And if you do find any bugs with it, go right to that GitHub repo and post an issue, because nobody's the worst person to find bugs in a program is the person who wrote the program. So, all right. Well, that's all I got for you tonight, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I may keep this online for a while, but I don't know. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do with the live streams. So that's it for now. I think, I called this the sneak preview, and I'll have a properly promoted live stream coming soon. Maybe in a week or so. And I'll say, time to find some esoteric bugs. Yes, please do. Well, thank you, Padarius, for showing up. All right, gentlemen and ladies, you might be one of those 0.1% of my audience that's female. But YouTube says 99.9% of my audience is male. I don't know how accurate that is. But anyway, I thank you for showing up, and I hope you all take care. I hope you have a good Father's Day if that's what's happening in your country. At least we found out today that here in the U.S. and in the U.K. it is Father's Day. So if you're a father, good job reproducing. And if you still have some sort of father figure in your life, hit them up today. Let them know how much you love them, and I'm sure it'll be really appreciated. All right, later, Anno. All right, bye, everybody. Take care.